haters were saying that the Chiefs would never make the playoffs. The haters were saying the Chiefs were done.
No. Somebody did find somebody on the internet that said the Chiefs won't make the playoffs. It was a former player, from what I understand. This is Interesting to See, your daily sports podcast. News, narrative, stakes, gambling, and welcome to YouTube, etc. Thank you for coming. Travis Kelce there. Chiefs parade, great parade footage for all of us out there not caring about it. It happens if you're there. If you're there, it's probably great. If not, it probably isn't that great. So let's just see. So I'm looking at this list of teams for Super Bowl odds, and the favorite. Let's just pull it up for you. Here it is. The favorite is on. It's on the screen now. It's at the bottom. You can kind of see it. So the favorites are right here. The number one team is the Buffalo Bills, and then the Tampa Bay Bucks, and then the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah. Nobody thought they could do it. They were the third favorite to win the Super Bowl. Third. They were more than twice as likely, according to the odds, to win the Super Bowl than the Eagles. That's the other team that made it. So nobody believed in them at all. Nobody ever believes in Patrick Mahomes. In fact, if we learned anything, it's that the haters and the doubters believe that Patrick Mahomes sucks at football and that he was never going to be any good, and he isn't good. The haters, man. Also people hate Kelce. Everyone not only hates Kelce, they think he's bad at football. This is so funny. It happens all the time. We got mad at Georgia before. We got to get mad at these idiots. Everyone believed in you, you losers. Everyone believes in you constantly. What the fuck? Your coach is bad too. He doesn't win anything ever. He never wins any games. Never. It looks like Rex Ryan in NFL news. Looks like Rex Ryan might be back in professional football. He looks like he might be the defensive coordinator for the Denver Broncos. Are the Broncos for real? That Sean Payton and Rex Ryan with Russell Wilson. Let's make them have Hard Knocks. Wait, are they eligible? They might be one of those teams that would be forced to do it, because there is a group of teams that gets forced to do it. Or there's a group of teams that can't say no at the end of it. Like, thou shall have Hard Knocks. You're not allowed to pass up on it. Got this screenshot from Todd Furman, who I believe covers college basketball. Tulsa lost. Let's look at Tulsa's games. They lost by 26 to Cincinnati, and then they lost by 11 to Wichita State, and then they lost by 38 to Houston in a game in which they scored 42 points. Come on, Twitter, refresh. Thank you. And then this is, okay, so Houston, which is the number 2 team in the nation, allegedly. And then they lost by, hold on, I'm doing math, 44 to UCF. And then they were losing with 7 seconds left last night, 96 to 69, which is weird to look at when you have vision problems already. I don't know Tulsa's standings in their conference, but my guess is that they suck. He, of course, was too mean. Tulsa just to start letting fans or equipment managers log minutes. It's just strange. Some teams just suck, and then they're good later. It's just the weird. College sports really is the weirdest damn thing. It really is. Damar Hamlin had to apologize yesterday. He showed up at the Super Bowl. It was a big deal for everybody. He's like, look, Damar's here, and we can all feel good about that. That's a positive thing, right? Nope. Damar Hamlin wore a jacket. So it was designed by Takashi Murakami. Yeah, I don't want to get the A and the U. Murakami. It's a Jesus jacket. He apologized. He said, after speaking, wait, I want to find where he says, he talked to his parents, and his parents like, buddy. After talking with my parents, I understand how my coat could have offended some people. It was never my intention to hurt or disrespect anyone. My coat is abstract to me. My beliefs and relationship with God is not tied to symbolic images, which is that debate, not to get nerdy, was quite the thing, and many thousands and thousands of people have died about imagery of gods. And of course, most sects of Muslim, the various branches of Islam, they do not do idolatry. That's why people get in trouble for drawing the Prophet Muhammad on TV and stuff. Christians, it's not quite so simple. So the Christian people got super duper duper mad at Damar for wearing a jacket with Jesus on it. So here's the jacket on eBay. If you want to look at it, you could buy it. It costs $6,500. $6,500 for this. It looks like Jesus has been kidnapped, and that's a ransom letter. And then, yeah, I mean, it's a lot. There's a lot going on there. So people were really mad about it. And after dying on the field and being everybody's favorite symbol of unity, he does get canceled, but gets in trouble. Speaking of getting canceled, this guy named Kmart publicly was invited to play poker with Phil Hellmuth. I think Kmart is probably a poker player. $100,000 to play with him, travels, pays expenses, and everyone's excited to see him. He's going to play with Hellmuth. Hellmuth gets his ass kicked, but he's a really great tournament poker player. But if you want to just go online, Phil Hellmuth is the guy. He's not Daniel Negreanu, or he's not Phil Ivey. Phil Hellmuth. He's the guy that gets fucking destroyed always. So, I mean, it just happens to him constantly. So this guy called him out. I was like, hey, thank you, big fucking loss, bro. And then Phil Hellmuth did the right thing and paid his wages. I've been paying attention to poker quite a bit more lately. It's gotten incredibly interesting. That is trash. That is a trash situation where you just, like, some guy comes to see you and you don't do it. Okay, so got some news. Do you remember how after every college football game, teams rush the field, especially like rivalry games or big games, and many teams do it enough that you don't know if it's really a big win or not. In Florida, rushing the field could become illegal. This is the time of the year in early legislative sessions where young dipshits who just got elected because no one cares in their district, and especially their precinct or whatever, at the state level, no one cares about politics. So someone's like, I'll care, I'll be famous, and they run and they get elected, and now they go there and they're like, I'm going to do stuff. And everyone's like, bro, shut up. This guy, Corey Simon, shut up, is going to make rushing onto the field in college football illegal. Do you know that there are cancer clinics in Florida who are not treating patients and are kind of farming out their Medicaid and Medicare Advantage plans? Corey is going to make rushing the field illegal. So he's from Tallahassee, which is where Florida State is. And my guess would be that he had a bad incident when the Seminoles rushed the field against the Gators, which, by the way, that's one of the field rushings last year that was like, man, how the mighty have fallen. What a bad situation for two programs that were good. And it's weird how they're never good at the same time. Actually, it's not. I mean, someone's got to win the state of Florida in recruiting, right? What a waste of taxpayer dollars. Speaking of a waste of taxpayer dollars, Soldier Field tried to stave off this suburb location for the Chicago Bears in New Arlington, Illinois. It looks like the new stadium is going to happen. It will have some sort of retractable roof thing. The mayor of Chicago, which is not where this would be, I think it would be in a different city, like some suburb city, released a statement in which, this is so fucking funny. In the statement, she misspelled, or I guess no, someone who wrote the statement misspelled soldier. So let's read it verbatim. Here, I'll pull it up for your screen. There you go. This is the second paragraph. So now that the land deal has closed, we have an even better opportunity to continue making the business case as to why the Bears should remain in Chicago and why adaptations to Soldier Field can meet and exceed all of the Bears' future needs. Grammarly is a Chrome extension that can spot typos for you. This is the mayor of the third largest city in the country, and I think like the fifth largest city in the Western Hemisphere, maybe seventh, eighth, somewhere in there. It is one of America's 3 truly globally impactful cities. This is the leader of that organization, and her office, Soldier Field. It is a great business case. They should stay in Chicago objectively. I mean, it's just better for the vibe. Bears fans can fuck off. Who cares? It's not about that. It's about rich people. Duh. Calvin Ridley, remember him betting on football? He applied to be reinstated in the NFL yesterday. Also yesterday, all of the baseball, about half of the league reported for pitchers and catchers reported for spring training. A bunch of reporters are looking at the bases. See if you can pull it up on your screen. This new first base, these new bases are enormous. That's the old base on the left. This is the new base. Look how big they are. I guess it's a safety thing. I literally don't know. I really hope that they didn't put any effort into this at all, and what they did instead was try to make it less boring and faster, and then kind of bust the union enough to make it so that nobody gets mad when people like celebrate an accomplishment on the field. That seems like it would have a bigger impact, perhaps. That seems like it would have a bigger impact than like how big the bases are. I'm not sure that base size is going to be why the professional baseball organization here loses or gains fans. But, you know, what the fuck do I know? I only don't watch that much baseball because it's too slow. I just don't. Like, what are they doing? At a certain point, what are we doing? Mikal Bridges, 45 points, gives his jersey to his mom, sitting courtside. This is the first weekend. First Football Friday tomorrow without any goddamn football. We'll talk about some rumors, and we are going to continue to transition into the association. We'll look at the Eastern Conference, Cavs, Sixers, Celtics, Bucks. They're the ones to look out for, I believe. We'll pay a little bit closer attention to that. And the NHL trade deadline is coming up. It's NBA All-Star Weekend. I'll tell you what time to tune into things at the bar, because sitting around your TV and watching it will make you sad, especially when you can just scroll on TikTok and see the highlights. Look at Mikal Bridges, 45 points. What's up? Gives mom his jersey. Thanks for coming to the game, Mom. You're my #1 fan. That's the kind of shit you like to see right there. All right, back and better than ever tomorrow.